What's up, YouTube? If you're watching this, I am going to try out this mic, see if we can get the sound audio on point. Just want to switch it up a little bit. Most of the talking stuff in my videos up to this point, I've been in my car. That's the best use of my time. That's usually when I do it. But I just want to switch it up a little bit. I'll probably still do a workout on this video, but just to get you guys, part of Team Rodie, I wanted to do possibly a Q&A so you can kind of get a little more background on me and the direction we're going and that kind of stuff. So I just kind of picked out randomly, just random questions and threw them on a list here. I'm gonna go through them. That way it was, nothing specific to exactly questions I like, but just random questions or questions that were, a lot of them were the same. So I try to pick those out. So here we go. Let's see. Here's in the sport of any kind. I've pretty much done sports my whole life. My first love was probably basketball, I'd say, and then boxing and mixed martial arts. Those are probably the two. I played like tennis, but pretty much my whole life I've been active. Sports I participated in, that's kind of the same type of thing. Specifically right now, is shot put. So years in the current sport, shot put would be. I actually only did it for 1 full year. I started the year right before, just like the end of the season. Kind of started throwing. Kind of a weird time, but my coaches, my dad was trying to push me to that because I was bigger. So they thought, man, let's just see, and it panned out. I ended up winning 4 gold medals, set the U.S. record all in 1 year. Basically learning off of YouTube, and then towards the end or towards the last few months, I did have a coach. So that really helped me a lot. What got me started? I actually was at an event for a triathlon, and somebody had spotted me. There were some Paralympic athletes there, and she had asked, "Hey, you want to try out for the team?" And they're gonna have their first triathlon. I thought, oh man, that'd be pretty cool. And come to find out that a track and field team that was here in Arizona, went there, tried out a bunch of different sports, and just kind of grew from there. So again, it was just something else to kind of push my body to the limit, see what I can do. So let's see, what is my biggest accomplishment in my sport? Obviously setting the USA record. I would say that's definitely the top. Let's see, what are the 2 things that I do in my training for success? Sorry, my eyes are watering there. I think the fan is like making it worse. I put on the hat to kind of hide that, but still, allergies, man. Traveling, the allergies get me. I never had allergies when I was younger, so I'm not sure what's going on. Just an emotional interview here. So emotional. So the 2 things to get my success, or for my success in training, I would say that's specific to eating right and consistent in my workouts and technique. It's just consistency. So I would say that's the 2 things. What would be the ultimate achievement, or my ultimate achievement? If it was sports specific, if that question is to sport specific, it would be to make the USA team and win a gold medal at the Olympics. And that's something that we'll see, what happens here moving forward. It's a few years out. So if I have the right sponsorship set up and the right things in place that I really need to get that goal, it'll definitely happen if those things are in place. So it's a lot of time and it's a lot of money. So I need that stuff in place to really consider that and go after it. So how do you set goals? I have specific outlines, that I help. I actually do some coaching and stuff that I help my clients and different athletes with those, which is, there's basic level from the SMART goals, from specific, measurable, attainable, risky, timely, or people have different, verbiage for those things. But that's the basic breakdown, for the goals is making sure you're going after it every day, little by little, possibly, in 3 months increments, like having to where, okay, each day I'm doing this, and the week I accomplish that in this month, and then after the 90 days, because I kind of feel like if you do it like that, you won't have as many days of like, oh man, I just gotta rest, or which rest is important too. That needs to be part of it. But I'm saying extra days that you should be training, and you're just like, I don't feel like it. Well, if you have 90 days and you miss one day, that's pretty big. Then if you have a 6 month to a year goal where you may be more likely to do something like that. So I think that's the biggest thing for goals. Let's see. What's my biggest challenge, and what do you do to manage this challenge? I would say time is my biggest challenge at this point, from training to family to business to personal goals. Just managing that time and utilizing that each day, making each day count, as tomorrow may not be here. So just getting that in. What does my diet look like? It changes, it varies depending on what I'm training for specifically. Obviously with shot put, I was just eating a ton of food, not too much cardio, mostly technique, because I was still learning. So now depending on my goal, I'm considering possibly a bodybuilding angle. Then I'd be doing a lot more cardio, and diet-wise, I would be, cutting down and eating smaller meals. And but it seems to be fairly basic as far as for me. It's always like chicken, fish, and greens. So those are pretty much the main things, and then steak here and there as well. So it really depends on where what my goals are at the time. So I will say the more specific you are with your diet, you can definitely and you're consistent, you can see those changes. So let's see, do you have any recommended resources to share? There's a lot. I guess it would depend on what that is specific to. If that's specific to shot put, YouTube was really big for me. Great help to start out with, and then finding a coach, maybe a college or something that you can get, somebody that can watch you with your technique and break that down. They have other resources like Coach's Eye, where you can record your throwing and it can break it down. The video can break it down. It's an app, it breaks it down, and then so someone could potentially, you could send it to somebody and they could break it down and say, hey, you need to do this, you need to follow through, whatever, breathe, whatever you're not doing, where YouTube helps you with the structure of that, but they don't really see it. There's no feedback on you actually doing the movements. So but yeah, that one's pretty broad, because I definitely have a lot of resources of where I've learned different things, and so yeah, a lot of online stuff too out there that's accessible, so that's pretty cool in this day and age. Have you ever experienced a breakthrough, and what led to that? I guess when I think of that, I would say consistency again, because it's not like you can go attack each day like, oh, I'll just give half effort today. I got another few months until nationals. Oh, I'll do this, halfway, and then you have you get to nationals and you have that breakthrough. I don't think it's more of like every day having those breakthroughs of like, okay, I accomplished everything I need to accomplish today. I feel good about the balance between eating right, spending some time with my family, getting my training in, growing my business, whatever that looks like to you. And then those are really my breakthroughs, just mini ones, to where the big one, it feels like it's because of all those ones prior that you're actually getting that gold medal, and you're setting the record. And because I would assume that's a breakthrough, I would say, as far as winning and setting the record. So let's see, what was the best advice you were ever given? I know a lot of good people in family and friends, and probably given a lot of good advice. I guess automatically my mind goes to that, at least this day and age for me, is the advice that I'm giving myself of just keep moving and not giving up. And I guess that's not advice that someone had given me, but I'm more working on an internal advice giving, so to say, and because it starts with me. And so anyway, I guess kind of switch that question around, but that's where my mind goes automatically with where I'm at in this space. So do you have any saying or motto? Well, I had the limit and easy. As far as a motto, I mean basically it's just never give up. Everybody's gonna fall. You're gonna trip or you're gonna land on your face. It could be big or small, but you got to get up. And it's how quick do you get up, brush it off, and move forward. If you want to accomplish big things, you're gonna fail, and it's gonna be possibly fear-based at the beginning. You're gonna have the fear, right? But you can use that to your advantage, because fear it's not real. It's what you're putting in your in your mind moving forward. So I don't have something specific, but mainly just keep moving, overcome no matter what life throws at you. So where do I draw my inspiration from? Definitely family, my kids and my girl, and just wanting to be the best for them and the best person I can be. Definitely people in the disability world, cerebral palsy specifically, where I know that I've accomplished a lot by putting in the work, and I feel like if I can get them at a younger age or at whatever age to get moving and get going, it's a huge inspiration for me to keep going and get better. And that's what I'm looking to do here, even with the YouTube channel. So that's where I get the inspiration from, I'd say. And then it looks like there's some business questions here on this next portion. There's a few in there. There were so many different ones, I didn't know what direction everybody would want to see, so I tried to grab some basic ones. What are you in business for? Basically for, I would say, well, I love the challenge. I love the process, and like how I was talking earlier, it's about the journey. It's the daily thing. It's not the end all goal. It's getting to it. So and going after it, and business, being in business allows that. So I think it's all also for freedom. Eventually, as it gets to a certain space, then I'll be able to do what I want, have more time to do that. So what are it's spelled wrong. The type of business. What are the type of business? They must have spelled it wrong, but I think they're asking what type of business. I'm kind of all over the board as far as I have online stuff that I'm building. I have product line, clothing that I'm building, supplement that I'm building. Pretty much everything's in a building stage. And so the type of business, I would say for the bulk of it, online business. So what is the background in business? I guess it would be living and learning. I've taken classes and some certain college classes that have helped me, but mostly just what I've been learning, reading books and from friends that have had successes, and a lot of it's just going through the process and learning for myself. Even that's probably the best education that I've received. So obviously you want to plan ahead, and I'm real big on that too. And in fact, I had a friend tell me just a couple of days ago, Jeremiah, if you're watching this, what's up? But he said that one of my strong suits was that he could be setting a plan or going after like a business or whatever, and he would just see like the first step and like, all right, let's go, let's get this. And I was always the one looking at like step 12 and planning from here, what do we have to put in place, so I guess there's pros and cons with that, but he's right on. That's what I do. I always kind of set a foundation for later in a lot of different aspects in my life. So let's see. That's pretty much the same kind of question. How long have you been in business? How long I've been in business? I mean, as far as learning business and going after business, the nonprofit has been a long time, like since '06 when we started that. So I would say that would be included in that, because a lot of it is, I learned a lot from there as I'm starting to grow these businesses. But I'm fairly new to that, I would say, as far as being in business. I'm still on that learning curve. What are the advantages of business ownership? I'd say eventually freedom. If you do it right and you have the right team of people and you build a good solid business, I would say freedom and financial freedom as well. And as long as you can invest after that. In fact, where do you see your business in the next year? Most likely still a growing period within a year. Then it says 5 years or 10 years. I would say 5 years, they should be up and running and bringing in funds and making that impact as well. And then 10 years, some of them I may have sold off by then, depending on what direction everything goes. I mean, sometimes that happens, and so open to that. It's just part of business, so that's a possibility. Or if I fall in love with any avenue, then I'm sure in 10 years I'll still be doing that. So do you plan to go into a global marketplace? I would assume for certain areas that it will, that I will have a following worldwide. Definitely with the cerebral palsy stuff, anything has to do with that, with products and stuff. And if I grow into public speaking or events or whatever, I mean, I could see that possibly going global. Definitely with the YouTube channel, I would love that space. So, because we can impact more people, right? And there's a lot of people, even just with cerebral palsy, that I feel that could benefit from a lot of things that we're doing. So how is technology, such as computers, internet, impacted on conducting business? I mean, obviously, a lot of it I wouldn't be able to do without that. So it's huge. I mean, we have huge opportunities that other generations did not have. So now that doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, right? But it's still, I think, a huge opportunity for sure. Why is your business located? Oh, that doesn't really attain. Who do you seek advice? So who do I seek advice for business-wise? A lot of it's reading books, again, and friends that have successful businesses. That's mainly for me at this point, just learning and then going through the process as well, which I spoke about earlier. Do you have a business plan to operate business? Yep, there's business plans put in place for each area. Why do your customers select you over your competitors? I think I'm very specific as far as what we're attempting to do. Not just selling a product from a business side. It's having that impact and making a difference. So I think that a lot of people grab onto that and they know what direction we're going, rather than, oh, it's just another shirt, or oh, it's just another supplement. They know, hey, this is quality stuff and it's here to make a difference. And then we utilize those funds to make a bigger difference through the nonprofit, so they see the bigger picture. And I think that's why people get on board with this stuff. So what is the management style? I'm a real go-getter, so I don't have, so to say, like employees at this point. I think management style moving forward, I'm hoping to be open-minded for people's ideas and that kind of thing, because everybody has something to give, and figuring out where's their strong suit and bringing that out within them as well. But I am a go-getter. Like, you gotta work hard and put it in So, we'll see. I could probably answer that better here in a few, couple years or so. So, or who knows? Everything's going pretty quick these days. So, who knows how quick that will be. What is the biggest issues for running this, business? So this business, I don't know what specific one that they're speaking of, but I would say, again, time. So, where I can put my time for each avenue is my biggest issue at this point. Eventually there'll be a time where I'll be able to get more help, and then we can push that through, and there's always going to be issues. So when they ask something like that, it's like, it depends, what we're talking about in the moment, because you're always learning, or you do something, you got to get, certs, or you got to get, different insurance, or you got to, it's all over the board from there, which a lot of you know. What are the future life goals? What's next? I wouldn't say I know what's next, so to say, because I have, a lot of different direction right now where I'm just working on that every day. I'm very specific to, like, let's get it done today, and then tomorrow, let's get it done today. What can we do? What's, what meetings, what do we have to do? Who do we need to get in place? And we just keep moving and moving and moving. So future life goals on a broad level is to become financial free, so I can have more time, with my family, and to do the things that I intend to do, for sure. That's definitely in the cards. Family goals, basically just to, again, be in a financial position for, to let them do whatever they want, sports or school or whatever they intend to do, that I'm able to, to help them out, and that we can travel and do all that stuff. Also, be able to spend as much time with them as possible, because that's very important, I feel, and that's where I can make my biggest impact with them. And if I would say a family goal, it would be to get that time, that one-on-one time, the family time, and we just grow, together. So, what's most important to me? I would say family, obviously, hands down, and be a good leader for them. I intend to have an impact, while I'm here, and I know a lot of people that know me and say, well, you have had that impact, and I do want to go bigger with that. I feel like I can really, really have that impact. So that's definitely important to me to a certain extent. But number one is family and health, So let's see, what advice can I give? What advice can you give me for success? This one I get a lot, and I guess it depends what success means to you. This has kind of changed for me. When I was a little kid, I thought success was like driving a Ferrari and big cars and doing all that. And not to take from any of that. I still intend that in my experience. I still want to accomplish certain things for, fun, just to say that I could do it and prove to myself, type of thing. But I feel like success is so much more than that, because even the people that have done certain things that I intend to do, it has nothing to do with those things, even though they have them, right? And I know some people that have some of those things, and it doesn't seem as though they're happy or fulfilled. And so I'm attempting to learn from that, and knowing that that's, in most cases, that's what's going to happen. I think if it has to do with things or money, you'll never be satisfied. There's always going to be more and more and more. The new car, the new, all the clothes, all the whatever, more and more and more. So I feel like success, it is having that financial freedom to do what you want, do what you intend. But it can't be like a certain specific thing like that. It'd be great. It's great to look back, oh man, that's an awesome business. And so there's those parts where, yeah, if it's fulfilling to you, but success is waking up and being like, what? I'm doing everything I love today. Getting that goal or getting that ultimate business, well, then what do you do? But what about the days leading up to that? That's success, when you're pushing through those days that you're just like, man, I hit rock bottom again. I lost this business again, or I lost this money here again. It's like success is just getting up and pushing through, boom. You know, I love this, you know, whatever that looks like to you, you know. Success is family being healthy. That's huge, or you being healthy, you know, that's, to me, that's a big thing, right? We can't buy our health. So, I mean, that's success, you know. Your kids are happy for the most part, and, you know, you're being a great parent to them, and, you know, those things are much more important to me now than you know, driving that Ferrari. So don't get it twisted, I'm gonna drive the Ferrari successfully.